So we've been talking about the value of association, getting association, and being association. And association is one of the five main principles of devotional service: chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, worshiping the deity, living in a holy place, and associating with devotees. And we've also spoken a little bit about the importance of coming to a holy place, because that's also where you get association. And Prabhupada also said, just in the land, in the vibration, you become purified. And in a holy place, the devotional service that you do is about 1,000 times more powerful. So it has a deep effect. Now, a lot of people come to the Dham, and then after they leave the Dham, they kind of get back into their lifestyle and kind of lose that mood. So what I tell people is, when you come to the Dham, or let's say if you're not in the Dham, you go to a festival, you really want to imbibe the mood and bury that deeply in your heart so you don't lose it. That's an important principle. Because when we get association, or when we get to the Dham, we get very inspired. And often what happens is we think that inspiration is going to last forever, or that inspiration is coming from us, when actually it's not coming from us, it's coming from the environment. So we want to imbibe that environment deeply within us so we can take it with us. Otherwise, we're doing fine when we're here, but when we go back into our lives, then we kind of go back into our lives and things become very much the same as they were. So that's one thought, the idea of imbibing association deeply. So it makes a difference in our life, a permanent difference. Very important principle. Now, the other principle is chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, worshiping the deity. Worshipping the deity is important for our own purification. Part of worshipping the deity is just attending the artiks, taking darshan of the deity, coming in front of the deity and bathing in their glance, being purified by their darshan, which means their darshan of us. Of course, we have their darshan. But deity worship is very important for us in the sense that we're going out in the world, we're dealing with so many situations in the world, and we need to maintain our purity. So deity worship, it causes us to be regulated, to be clean, and so you don't want to go in front of the deity if you're not clean, and so forth. So any of you who worship deities, or who come to the temples and watch the worship of the deity, understand the importance of deity worship. The other principle, and of course, well, let's talk about this, should I worship deities? Yes, you should do something. Now, Prabhupada said if you live near a temple, you should worship the temple deities, because it would be redundant to do your own puja, and the temple needs devotees to worship their deities. But if you're not living near a temple, some kind of puja, something, even a picture, anything, just some kind of regular little offering is very important to focus your mind on your connection with Krishna. And if you evolve a little bit further, you may want to get deities of Gaur Nitai. That way you can bathe, you can dress them. If you become second initiated, then you can worship Shalagram, you can worship Giriraj. These things are very, very advantageous for your spiritual life, but it also depends on you, your nature. You may be more inclined to preaching, you may be more inclined to chanting. So it's not absolutely necessary, but some deity worship, either in the temple or at home, something should be there. And then the last item is chanting Hare Krishna. How important is that? Well, we can't underestimate the importance of it. But the significance that I want to address is not just chanting, but actually chanting properly, chanting with devotion, chanting with feeling, being absorbed. It makes a huge difference. We don't just want to chant 16 rounds to get them done. We want to chant quality japa, we want to be absorbed, we want to chant from our heart. We don't want to chant mechanically. If we chant mechanically, we don't get that much benefit. And often what we see is that when devotees are not chanting well, they're still dealing with anarthas and attachments that shouldn't really be there if we're chanting properly. So how do I know if I'm chanting properly? I will be making progressive spiritual advancement, gradually becoming detached, gradually living a more simple life, gradually the heart being freed from the desire to enjoy this world. So chanting good rounds every day, 365 days a year, is extremely important. Many devotees go through periods where they neglect their japa. It just becomes a challenge just to get 16 rounds done. we don't want to live that way because we're really harming ourselves. We're depriving ourselves of the value we can get from chanting. Because there's so much value, it's such a treasure, but when we don't chant well, we don't really get the complete value that we should be getting and that we need to get. So these are some thoughts on the 5 main items of devotional service. These are the 5 main items, and we can't neglect the 5 main items. They are extremely important for our spiritual life. And if we do them well, we will make steady progress in Krishna consciousness. We'll be happy, we'll become more and more detached, we'll become more and more blissful, enlivened, and satisfied in Krishna consciousness.